I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city light. Hey darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far.
Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you guys today 6 different meals that we have eaten recently and discuss how we made them. So let's jump right into it with our baked chicken drumsticks. I used this rotisserie chicken seasoning on them. I'm going to pop these in the oven at 350 until they hit 165 degrees. So it was about 45 minutes. And then I took them out, basted them with some barbecue sauce, and put them back in for about 10 more minutes. And they had hit 165. To go with these, I made several sides. I have some friends who say I make too much food, but my kids are some big eaters, and especially when it comes to vegetables and things. So I try to always give them a variety of things so that they can pick and choose and be happy with their meal. So I had some Brussels sprouts I needed to use. I cut the ends off of them, added some butter, put those in the oven, and then while they were already kind of getting cooking in the oven, I mixed up some creamed honey with some ginger, soy sauce, and garlic. Got this mixed up. It took 2 hands really to hold the bowl and mix it. So here it is. I'm going to pour this over the Brussels sprouts and get them right back in the oven to finish cooking. As you can see, it's pretty saucy, but they will absorb a lot of the sauce, and it'll thicken as it cools down after it cooks because of the sugars in the honey. So here is the Brussels sprouts going back in the oven. And then I'm going to show you guys the finished chicken. I already put the barbecue on it and finished cooking it. And then we have lots of sides going on. I have sour cream, butter, and cheese to go with our baked potatoes that I just pulled out of the microwave. We have our finished chicken right here. And then, again, the baked potatoes for the ones that might want that. I have Brussels sprouts right here, just fresh out of the oven. We have kale salad, and we have broccoli for anybody that might want broccoli and dip. So this is dinner. And then now for the second one, we did some fajitas tonight. And for these, I went ahead and took some pre-sliced beef that I had in the freezer, put it in a Ziploc bag, and seasoned it with some McCormick fajita seasoning, some lime zest, and the juice of 2 limes. And I did the same with some chicken breast I sliced up. This is 3 whole breast. It's quite a bit, but again, I have big eaters in my house. So I pretty much cooked this chicken about 90% and then added the steak to the center of the pan and cooked the steak with it. And then I also cooked up a bag of frozen bell peppers and onions with a little bit more fajita seasoning and lime juice. And then I also cooked up some mushrooms because James loves mushrooms in his fajitas. Now we're going to move on to the next dinner. For our third meal, we did lasagna, bread, and salad. So I'm going to show you guys how I made our bread in the bread machine, and then I just shaped the loaf and baked it, and then I'll show you guys how we layered our lasagna. This was no means a quick meal to make, but it was delicious. One and a quarter cups of water, 1.5 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 1 teaspoon of salt, 3.5 cups of flour, 2 teaspoons of sugar, 1 tablespoon of dried parsley, 1/4 cup of grated Parmesan, 2 teaspoons of onion flakes, a teaspoon of chives, half a teaspoon of basil, half a teaspoon of garlic, and 2 teaspoons of yeast. For our lasagna, I browned up some ground beef. This is some extra lean ground beef, so it's not going to be too fatty. Over here, I have our bread rising to put in the oven very shortly. And I'm going to start getting things going for dinner. So our meat, as soon as it's ready, I start layering it. I have 2 baking dishes here. I'm going to make 2 pans of lasagna, so we have plenty for lunch tomorrow. So now I just started layering our pasta sauce with the meat in it, cheese, more pasta. Now I'm going to do a layer of just the sauce with no meat because I just like to do a variety of layers throughout my lasagna. Just kind of lots of flavor going on here. So now that I've got my layer of sauce going on both of these, I'm going to spread it out across our noodles because it helps to cook the noodles. I do not pre-cook my pasta when I make lasagna. I put it in the oven for about an hour, and I just check it by poking a knife through it. And if the knife goes right through it, then I know the pasta's done. So I don't worry about pre-cooking it. I know that obviously if I pre-cooked it, that our lasagna would get done a little quicker. But I mean, at the same time, I'm doing more work by pre-cooking lasagna and then layering it and then getting it in the oven. And so to me, it's just easier to do it like this. Anyways, I've got that layer in there. Now I added a layer of the cheese with the cottage cheese mixture, and then more noodles, more cheese, more meat sauce. Now I'm going to add more noodles again. And then on top of our layer of noodles, I did some more sauce, spread that out across it, and then I added cheese and olives. Now I'm going to bake these for about an hour, maybe hour and 15 minutes until the noodles are cooked through. And then here is our bread, and I just finished baking it. The last, like, I don't know, 10 minutes or so, I buttered it. It only took about 15 minutes to cook. I'll share the recipe in the description box below if I don't forget, but I did tell you guys the ingredients that went in the bread machine at the beginning of this meal. Now we are going to serve this up with a quick salad and then the bread and the butter on the side of the lasagna. Also, for anybody that might have wanted it, I set out some broccoli and some dip. So this is our dinner for this meal, and we're going to move on to the next meal I'm going to show you guys because it was a good one, but a super easy one. I picked up some of these Angus bacon cheddar burgers at Walmart. Honestly, Aldi's are better. I had a few of Aldi's left, so I started with those and then worked on the Walmart ones as well. But we just got all of these cooked up. I fried up some steak fries, and I also fried up some seasoned fries, and then I made some corn on the cob, cut up some tomatoes and onions and lettuce. We have some leftover macaroni salad from our Christmas party. So everybody is going to build their burgers, pick some fries, and pick either some salad or some corn. Here is my dinner plate. I just have a burger and some seasoned fries. And that's it for that meal. For the next meal, I had a small package of drumsticks in the freezer. I also had a small whole chicken. So I seasoned all of these up, and James is going to put them on the smoker and smoke them all day long. I just used this Aldi smoky dry rub on them, just kind of quick and simple. Seasoned them all up. They're going on the smoker right now. James has been watching them all day long so that when they hit 165, he could pull them off. He put the drumsticks further from the fire because obviously they're going to cook faster than the whole chicken. And then to go with it, I made up some red lentil pasta, and I also made up some little smokies with some barbecue sauce. We still have macaroni salad. We are not wasting it. And then I made some Alfredo with that red lentil pasta for anybody that might want that instead of the macaroni salad, or both. And that was it for that meal. The next thing we're making is some turkey and dumplings. So we cooked a turkey. This is the leftover turkey carcass. I went ahead and cooked it with some veggie scraps that I saved in the freezer, filled the pot up with water, cooked it all night long. Now I am straining it out, and what I'm going to do is get it all strained and then throw away all of the bones and the veggies that I had boiled with it all night. And I'm going to make up some turkey broth, and then from the turkey broth, I canned about 7 jars, I think, of it, and I filled up my Kasori multi-cooker with the rest for our turkey and dumplings. So after I get this all strained and our jars of broth canned up, I'll show you guys how I made my turkey and dumplings. Again, I am a huge fan of homemade broth. I say this all the time, and I make it all the time in these videos, so I know if you are somebody who watches my videos often, you've seen me make and can broth a billion times. But it tastes so much better, and it is so much better for you than the store-bought broths if you just take the time after you guys have chicken or turkey or whatever it may be, to throw the carcass in your slow cooker all night long with whatever veggie scraps or no veggie scraps, and fill it up with water and cook it all night long. It just makes an amazing and deep and rich broth that just makes soups and gravies and things so much better. So anyways, I'm about to finish this up. I'll show you guys the broth when I get it canned, and I'll show you guys how we make our soup up. I chopped up some celery and onions from our veggie tray. I have some corn, and then I also have some mixed veggies. And then I just have some turkey meat, and I'm going to add this all to my multi-cooker. I'm going to let this cook on low all day long, and then when we get back from our Christmas thing we're going to, I am going to make up some dumplings to go in here and make some amazing turkey and dumplings. It is such a comfort food. We love big fluffy dumplings. So Bubba's helping me out with this. We are putting all of our ingredients into our mixer for our dumplings. I use a pretty basic drop biscuit dough for this. I'm going to link it in the description box below, but if you saw the Christmas video where we went to see Santa, then you also can get to the link there. So we're getting this mixed up, and then we're going to drop big spoonfuls of these into our turkey soup and make it into turkey and dumplings. These will cook for about 8 minutes, and then they'll be big and fluffy and ready to eat. I added some of this buttermilk blend culture powder to this because I don't have any buttermilk. So I just add, I don't know, a few tablespoons to the flour when I'm making it up. And as you can see, the big spoonfuls of it that I'm dropping in here. And Bubba also added some in here. We've worked together on this because he is learning how to cook and be in the kitchen. So he's helping out. But we are going to fill the slow cooker up with dumplings and let these cook for, like I said, about 8 minutes. And we will have turkey and dumplings. This also helps to thicken up the soup as they cook, so it's like a double win. And again, we love homemade turkey or chicken and dumplings.
Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Oh, Christmas tree, thy leaves are so unchanging. Not only green when summer's here, but also when...
Here is the finished turkey and dumplings. I've already made everybody else a bowl, and I'm getting mine now. So that's it for this video. Those are the meals I wanted to show you guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope it gave you some inspiration, and I'll see you guys next time with another new video. Bye.
Such pleasure do